Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, hump day. If you notice, the door's not open, and there's a really good reason for that. Because it's 2:30, and I leave for work at 3. I just would like you all to know that I made my list here. It's 205 days until No Name Nationals, 37 days until Burnout Rivals in April, and 108 days until the drive-in at Daryl's in June. I made this whole to-do list, and then it dawned on me, I need to try to find my North Carolina scrap tire disposal tax number, because I pay taxes to do this, and it is tax season. And I need to look for the paper, and I need to find all that account information, and I can take 240 a day and take them on up to the landfill in Lexington. Yes, I'll have to stack them up inside of an 18-wheeler trailer. But they're not here. And as you see, I got more tires than I got common sense and brain cells. Definitely brain cells. Well, I find it, and I call the North Carolina Department of Revenue because something just told me I needed to do that, just to make sure that I could take off the stuff that wasn't mine. Long story short, for what we do, we have to file taxes once a month. And if you didn't know, it's February 24th. Maybe the 25th, I don't remember. But Friday's the last day of the month. I'm already a month behind, which is called delinquency. Now granted, North Carolina Department of Revenue, they have YouTube videos and step-by-step instructions on how to figure out how to file all of this information. Wonderful! So I'm in the middle of doing that, and I'm watching their YouTube video trying to figure out how to file my taxes because I don't know what I'm doing. And I get a, hello? Customer walks in. I love having customers, okay? I don't have to sell tires, but I love having customers. He says, you mount balance tires? Yes, sir, I do. It's pretty obvious, but you never know. I might just do it for personal stuff because, you know, it is a YouTube facility that just so happens to sell tires. He said, would you take 2 old tires that are blown out off of the wheel and put some other old tires I have onto the new wheels? I said, yes, sir. We talked about a price. He said he's very happy with my price point on doing that. And I said, okay. I said, you got them with you? He said, nope, I'll be back in 30 minutes. Great. Well, he's walking out to get in his car, and the guy pulls in with the white extended cab 2500 HD 90s model or 2000s model, like my Duramax, pulling a dump trailer that says junk removal. Well, for a second, I got scared. I thought he was going to throw me in the dumpster and take me off somewhere. But he says, can you mount and balance 2 new tires for this truck for me? I said, yeah, I can do that. And he says, man, I only got X amount of money. And I said, okay. I said, is it worth that much to you? He said, yeah, dude, I need the tires bad. Because he already has the tires. I said, okay. I said, if it's worth that to you, I'll do it for that price. And it's a low number, okay? Everybody I've talked to, nobody else would have done it for the number I did it for. But that's a number that I'm willing to do it for because we're a YouTube channel. We're not a tire shop. We're just a YouTube channel that happens to do tires. So I do that, and the guy comes back. I get done with him. His old tires are sitting over here. The other guy comes back, and he brings me his old wheels. It's off of like an 86 Volkswagen Rabbit. If I said that wrong, please tell me if you watch this. It's an 80s model Volkswagen Rabbit. And the tire was scrubbing on the inside against the coil springs and blowing up the tires. So I take off the first tire, and I go to put the tire on, and I said, ooh, we got a problem. Well, that's never something you want to hear somebody say. Turns out he brought me 13-inch tires and 14-inch wheels. So we spent a good amount of time up there where you see all those old tires looking for some 14s. I told him, I said, man, I wouldn't run these. He said, I'm just towing it, okay? I said, okay, well, we found one. Out of all that, we found one that would potentially work. So I go to put it on the wheel. We end up talking about all kinds of things. He saw the vehicles and talking about all that stuff. And I mean, great kind of guy. And I think he's happy I got this place, just like he was happy when Bobby was here. I said, well, before we waste the entire day, why don't we try to put at least that one tire on? I'm like, man, I'll charge you $3.93 for the tire if you take your old tires. Okay, just the wind. But he says, man, he said, if you're willing to do that, that would be awesome. He said, I'll take my old tires. I'm going to put that 14 on, and it's starting to go around the lip, and you hear it. The bead starts tearing apart because it's such an old tire. As in, I think the date code said 1925, because it was like the 4th week of 25. Well, just so y'all know, I've not ordered any 14-inch tires in 2025, which means it's from 100 years ago. But the tire's not dry rotted. And I told him, I said, man, I said, if you want me to try, I'll try, but it's never going to hold air. He said, nah, don't worry about it. So, I mean, he took his old tires, he took all 4 of them, he took his 2 wheels. And, I mean, we pulled it up. I said, man, look, I said, I can get you a pair for X amount. I said, I make X amount on a tire. I'm not going to try to hide it from you. I said, basically, your price would be this plus taxes. I said, I don't even like saying that. I like to just tell you your price is this, but I don't have the calculator in front of me. He understands. He's okay with it. But he really doesn't want to buy new tires because he's selling the car. So he's going to keep his eyes open, call a few more places, see if they can sell him a set of used tires. I said, now if they'll mount and balance them like for free with the purchase of the tire, then do that. I said, but if you bring them back, I'll charge you the original price that we discussed to mount and balance those 2 for me. I'm like, I think that's more than fair. Well, he asked what we did here, and I told him, of course, the spill of, we bought it to do YouTube, but so happens that everybody wanted tires, so we're going to do tires. I told him, I said, Daddy's probably going to get mad at me because I'm supposed to be recording a YouTube video every day, and I've not recorded anything until right now. Obviously, he's not here. But I told him we do burnouts because, of course, you tell people you do YouTube videos, then they want to know what kind of YouTube. So I showed him on the big TV here. Now, whenever you say I do burnouts, you don't think of what we do. You just think of just sitting there and not moving and do a little small burnout. You don't think about that whole spinning around and like blowing your tires off intentionally. Oh my God, he started getting excited. He said he's going to go home and look me up. So I hope he does. I hope you watch this. But again, I've not got anything accomplished today, but I did get something accomplished. I'm not even going to say potential customers, but they're potential customers because you walk in and I'm not treating you like you're a burden. I didn't try to run them off so I could do this. They're welcome here. I will explain everything I've done in this building. I'll explain every car and truck in this building and boat. And I pretty much did. I wouldn't trade what I did today on the time that I spent with the guy with the 2 tires over here and the guy with the rabbit. I'm horrible with names, but you're just going to be known as the rabbit guy. I wouldn't trade that for anything because it shows them that I'm just a regular person. And it also potentially gets me 2 more customers. Because the guy that I did up for the tires on the 2500 is from Charlotte. He's drove for 45 minutes before he found me. And the only reason he found me is because it says tire on the building. But anyway, my plan today was pretty simple. Schedule the video for Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern. It's scheduled. It should be uploading still as we speak. So I actually did that. I was going to put the new tires in the room and inventory them. I did not get to do that because of everything I just explained to you. But that's okay. We still have tomorrow. Find info to take tires to landfill. I did that. Turns out I can take them, and it's between me and the landfill on how many I can take per day. I do pay the scrap tire supposed to be, or tax. So we're good. All that account stuff was effective January 1, so I'm glad it didn't show up on December 31st. And I was going to move the red truck over to make room for the blue truck and XP. We did not do that because of everything we just discussed. And by the way, I doubt anybody will ever watch this from the North Carolina Department of Revenue, but that number that I called that says call for assistance, A+, okay? This is not sarcasm. A+ to the people I've talked to, okay? Like, extremely helpful. Told me all the forms I need to fill out. Yes, I'm delinquent on my taxes in January, and I told them I don't understand. I'm supposed to have an accountant that's supposed to have called me back, and it's been a month, and they haven't called me back. So I'm going to try to figure it out myself. I said, so hopefully y'all don't come kicking my door in because I did something wrong. But either I can be part of the problem or I can be part of the solution. By me figuring it out, I can be part of the solution, just do it myself. Because I got to file every month, 12 times a year. Best way to get good at it is by doing it. But, so yeah, I figured all this out. I did schedule the video for Friday. I'm excited for that video. I think it's 45 minutes, 50 minutes, something like that. I think y'all will like it if you tune in. It'll be Friday this week at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, the first 20, 30 minutes, I think, is our burnouts. But the second half is kind of a surprise. I don't know what possessed me to do it, but I decided to do it this way. And I really hope y'all like it, because if you do, we'll continue to do stuff like that. But yeah, what time is it? I don't even know. I know it's getting late. It's 2:45, everybody. Means I got 15 minutes. I'm not going to talk to y'all for 15 minutes. I've already talked enough. I've already talked for, how long have I? Yeah, 18 minutes. Y'all usually don't like listening to me talk. But I just kind of wanted to explain to y'all why I really didn't have any kind of recording done today. And just let you know, I wouldn't have traded it for anything. And the guy who used to work here come by too, and that's part of another reason why I didn't do any recording. I gladly sat down in that chair right there, and me and him talked for a minute. And again, it is, I see this from the people who put on Thunder Valley. It's a legal pit. I've never been. It seems a little wild for me. But they say, for the people, by the people. I like that saying, and that's kind of how we are here. We are for the people, by the people. I didn't buy it to do a business, but it kind of landed in my lap. So I'm going to make the best of it. And I'm going to make a little bit of money just to try to offset the bills at the building. And everybody that comes here should walk away feeling good about the price that they got on some tires. But remember, everybody, check out in the video description for our friends The list every day seems to be getting longer and longer. My shift and the whatever number it is for the @ symbol is wearing out. But again, thank y'all. Gonna lean on Daddy again today to do part of this video or the whole video. But again, thank you. Check out Brandon and his dad here. Now dang it, Daryl, how'd you get up there? I had Brandon and his dad up there. Whatever. And listen, if you're a praying type person or a religious person, VR6 Prodigy, his name's Ryan. He's got a surgery coming up next month. And I would love to do a prayer chain for him. And he has been one of the longest watchers and subscribers of this channel. Been very loyal on watching our stuff. And I would love to take a trip out to the North Carolina and go visit him and go to one of his local tracks. He said he would love to come here, and I would be okay with that. But I understand if after this surgery you're just not up for it. So I would like to plan to come see you as soon as I can. But again, if y'all are kind of the praying type people, let's try to start a little bit of a prayer chain for him. I like to try to help somebody out, so let's try to pray for him. Because Lord knows some people in this world need it. Thank y'all.
Hello everyone. It's Wednesday afternoon. I want y'all to know, Randy had talked to me and he had told me that he didn't have any kind of footage for today because he had couple customers come in, a couple neighbors come in, and I'd made up my mind when I got here I was going to tell all y'all to give him a hard time, and because we got this YouTube channel and he needed to be recording. I was going to get y'all to get on to him. Well, I want y'all to know, I got off work and when I come down the road, our neighbor, the one that has a problem hearing, he was sitting in the driveway waiting on me to get here. So I pulled in a part and got out and I walked over to the seat, to his driver's side, and I asked him, what's he got going on? He said he was laid way back in the seat. I thought he was just taking a nap. And he said, I got problems. I said, what you got? He said, my seat won't set up. He went to the doctor's office. And I guess Asheboro, so it's a good 35 minutes to Asheboro. And on his way back, the seat broke. And it laid back and it would not adjust. So he had to drive that truck, a little Ford Ranger, all the way from Asheboro to here, holding himself up. And he come by to try to talk to Randy, but Randy had already left and went to work. So he said he just went home. He was so tired of holding himself up trying to drive. He went home and laid down and took a nap. And then when he woke up, he drove over here and waited for me to get here. And I've never messed with seats. I've taken them out of vehicles, I put them in vehicles, but I've never tore into one. But, I wasn't about to tell him, I didn't know what I was doing or anything. So I pulled it in here and I took the seat out, set it over in the floor beside the truck, and I tore into it. I could not find it. I knew it had to be something because he said it made a bad pop. And in the floorboard of the truck was two little plastic pieces like a washer. And but I didn't find anything that was, broke laying in the floor. Well, I kept looking on the side where the lever is because I was thinking it was something to do with the lever. Well, I turned it over to the other side and there's a shock. And that shock comes through and bolts to the back of that seat. Well, that bolt had broke right in half. So luckily, we just happened to find it when I, trying to chase it down. So I got my drill drilled the bolt out, and I tried to take it easy out and get it out, and then I was going to just try to thread another bolt through it, but I couldn't get, so I just kind of watered it out a little bit, and I put a nut and a bolt on it. I got a bolt that was really just a hair bit too big, but I was able to run it down with my my ratchet, and then put a nut on the bottom, and then I got to hold it and run it tight. But I worked on that thing for over an hour, and as you see, there was no footage, so I did not turn the camera on to record what I was doing. So I really can't say anything to Randy, because now I have no footage to put up of what I've done this afternoon. So what I figure I'll do is I'll go through and put a couple of the burnouts that not of ours, because Randy's got ours coming up Friday. But I'll put a couple of burnouts that we did Saturday, or that everybody was doing Saturday, a couple of their little skids around and everything, let y'all give a little preview of what went on. I was hoping to make a longer video, but being that Randy got to working and he made a little bit of money, and now the man tried to pay me, and I wouldn't take it. I just don't feel like I need to be taking money from that old man. I mean, he lives right behind here. If I need him, he'll come over here. I just don't feel right taking money from the man like that. And he would have paid me whatever I said, because he told me he cannot drive it that way. I about got to the point I was just going to try to find him a seat. But luckily we found it, and I got him fixed. All I did was drill the hole out and put a nut and bolt in it. So, I mean, there's no telling what another shop would have called and charged him, but I just don't have the heart to charge that man for something like that. So, anyway, I let him go, and so I really can't get y'all to give Randy a hard time, because I did the same thing. So anyway, we have no footage of what we've done today, and we've accomplished a lot today. For now, like I said, I've only been here about an hour and a half, and if I don't hurry up, I'm gonna miss the premiere. So I've got to get out there and get on it, and try to get on that premiere. I'll probably have to duck in and out of the premiere so I can put a little video together here. But anyway, 205 days of No Name National, 37 days of Burnout Rivals, 108 days until Daryl's drive-in. I think, well, Randy's got a check mark, so he did do the scheduling, so it's out there. I am going to try to go Friday and get tags on Vivo. I'm gonna have to go up there and see if they'll let me do it. I'm gonna try to register as an RV, but I'm sure they won't let me, because I think I got to get an inspector to come out and look at it. But I'm gonna try to do it as a private coach. And not a private coach, not for hire. I'm gonna tell them because I'm not here to make money with it. I'm here to only, take my vehicles, my personal vehicles, to the events that we're wanting to go to, and I want to stay in the truck. So I'm going to try Friday morning to go get tags on Vivo. And like I said, I was going to work on the LS swap Friday morning while Randy and I was here. But now that I'm going to have visitors Saturday, he said something about working on the LS swap. So what I feel like I'll do is I'm just going to work on Vivo Friday. I will go see if I can get the tags. I'll back it over at the weld shop, see if I can take the airbags that's on it off and put the other airbags on it, and see if I can get the air leak fixed. I'll probably have to take the driver's seat out so I can fix that. There's an air leak right behind the driver's seat, and I can fix that. And I'd like to go ahead and take the nasty bed out of it and everything, because it looks pretty rough in there. And I bet there's 20, 30 Christmas trees, those smelly things. So there's no telling what kind of lot lizard whoever had up in there. And I'm really not wanting to lay on those beds. There's no telling what's on it. So I'd like to get that out and get those out, but that is Friday. I'd like to get the tags and work on Vivo Friday, and then work on Randy's red truck with an LS swap when we get when our friends come over and see us. And he said something about a burnout. So I'm thinking, I told Randy that I told him we would try to put both cars on our little concrete pad and maybe have them where you can see both rear tires and really smoke this place up. So he said there were some people on his channel wanting to see some smoked up tires. He's wanting to do a live at 10 o'clock Saturday. So y'all look for a live for, and I'd like to see if we can kind of either do it at the same time or kind of like Daryl did. I don't know how that works with more than one person, if everybody gets credit or everybody gets hours for it. But if you do, I would like to both of them doing it at the same time, but we'll see. But anyway, he did do got the tax information for the tires. He did not get to move the red truck, so like I said, he got a couple tires put on. He did some work for some other guy, and our neighbors come by and talked, and that's what it's all about. I didn't get to talk to him a lot today because he was busy doing tires and helping people, and that's kind of where it's at with us. You know, it's getting pretty weather. These doors are open. People will start stopping. So like I said, when the pretty weather hits and these doors stay open, people will start coming in. It's been empty for so long, people don't realize that, you know, they see people's here because we got cars everywhere. You can't help but know somebody's here, but you don't know what we're doing. We've not put no sign out there, you know, to open or anything like that. But we'll work on it. But anyway, remember, 1,440 minutes in every day. Get out there and make the best out of it, and make the best out of your day, your minutes, they're yours. Because I promise you, it could be worse. And I said something yesterday, and thank y'all for the ones that commented and said something to and about and for Brian Bishop. But like I said, put him in y'all's prayers, and I would love to see a prayer chain going on and get a lot of people that would help him out. It would be nice if somebody would, you know, kind of go over there and maybe shoot him a message or something and tell him they're praying for him and good luck, and you know. But our hearts go out to him. He's got a long road ahead of him. But if he needs anything, I'm not sure Randy's told him, but if he needs anything, all he's got to do is let us know. We'll help him. And if we can maybe after he gets done with his surgery or whatever, maybe a couple of you guys can team up with us one weekend or something and go take him to a racetrack or something after he's feeling better and everything, and let's make it a little group thing to go see him. It would be nice. But anyway, y'all get out there and have a good time. Keep Ryan in your prayers, and I'll be right back. Or I'm going to go work on this video, and I will put y'all a couple little burnouts and everything that was at Caraway this weekend. So thank you. And then like, subscribe, and comment. We'd love to hear from y'all. Thank you.
There's a little curve, so he's fine coming. Only concern with me.